know? Does he really have the bone density of Wolverine, or is it just perhaps a little bit off? We don't really know.
Let's put up my hunky colleague once again, Eric Helm.
And so, based on what I'm seeing, the guy looks shredded, clearly single digit body fat, perhaps around 7 or 8%. But remember, I don't see his legs, I don't see his hamstrings, I don't see his back. It's impossible to make an accurate prediction of body fat percentage using your laser eyes without seeing the entirety of the body. It'd be like showing a girl from behind, seeing amazing glutes, and saying, guess her bra size. I don't know. Based on the fact that she has amazing glutes, perhaps she's a bikini competitor, probably a D cup. Often carry more body fat in one area of the body than another. It's normal. Same way that some girls have very large glutes but have a small chest. At the most advanced at-home testing kit, perhaps it was a Tanika scale, I don't know exactly, using bioimpedance, had him at 17% body fat. Did he look 17% body fat to you? And so if this is the most accurate method, we've seen Eric Helms, guy looks shredded. How could you possibly base your body fat percentage on what a scale tells you it is? It's clearly useless. Many people consider DEXA scans to be the industry standard for measuring body fat. This is where we're going wrong. Example, Will Tennyson sent me his DEXA scan results. Said 9.7%. Said, Coach Ray, there's no way that I'm this lean. Had to agree. You're not as lean as the DEXA scan stated. It's a mistake, an error. When you see Will Tennyson, you can see the back shredded. But when you compare it to the legs not nearly as lean. And so in no way is Will Tennyson 9.7%, but yet the DEXA scan said so. And you may remember Brian Shaw, when got his DEXA scan done, guy had lost over 20 pounds of muscle in a month. Do you really think he lost 20 pounds of muscle? Of course not. But yet the DEXA scan said so. And why is it? Because the DEXA scan is a guess. It's an educated guess, but it's shown to be off by as much as 15% up or 15% down. That is a tremendous margin of error.
Trunk region, by its estimation, he was sitting at around 6-point-something% body fat in his core. But interesting enough, when we take a look at his lower body, it was several percentage points higher.
And so if you notice Eric Helms, for example, 6.7% in his core, look at the abs. He does appear shredded. I would have to say he looks to be close to 7% or lower in his abs, but when you glance at his legs, they're not nearly as lean, just over 11%. Seeing Omar Yusuf, the guy does have abs. He's not flexing all the time. And I would say he was slightly below 15% body fat. He looks to be very healthy. If anyone...
And I was 13.7% body fat.
And you're 13.7%. He says those are shocking results. I don't know if he thought he was far leaner or far fatter. I don't know why he thinks this is shocking. I would have expected somewhere around there. And so why is he shocked? But consider this. The Bod Pod had him at 9.2. No way would I've had ridiculous. And so does that not show just how inaccurate these things really are?
Where my gut, I'm holding a lot of my fat in my gut. Eric, on the other hand, it's distributed more towards his legs.
And so look at these two photos. Omar El Suf is saying, look at how much fat I'm holding on my abs. He has shredded abs. This is a very defined, clearly visible six.
An advanced lifter, you're only gaining 3 or 4 pounds at most of non-fat mass per year.
Exactly. If you're an advanced lifter, you're at most gaining 3 or 4 pounds in a year now. You're not going to suddenly gain 10 or 15 pounds as an advanced level lifter. And so if you see somebody putting on, say, 10 pounds of muscle in under a year and they're already an advanced lifter, they're probably not natural.
Okay, I was 18 years old. I went from 140 pounds to 215 pounds, and I thought I was 16% body fat.
Bulk is actually muscle versus how much of it is water and or fat. Omar went up to 215 pounds on a bulk, thought he was 16% body fat, but as you can see in the picture, that is not 16%. Omar himself says it was probably closer to 26%. This happens all the time. Remember, I've coached thousands of athletes, and all the time they go on bulks, they put on muscle, and they think, wow, look, I put on 20 pounds of muscle this year. Perhaps that's how much you're going to gain. If you have amazing genetics, you're going to put on more, and if you have shit genetics, you're going to put on less. And so why are people guessing their body fat wrong? And he says, why are people guessing their body fat wrong? And he says there's two main reasons. The first being the eyeball test, and they're using their own eyeballs. They look at themselves in the mirror, and they look on the internet and say, yeah, I'm probably 15%. But remember, it's not my laser eyes. I've been doing this for decades, and so I have a lot of experience. Perhaps they're only looking at their core. They're looking at their abdominals. They see a six-pack, they think, wow, I'm probably 6%.
Would be your progress in the gym.
And so Mars says to track your progress by how much you're lifting in the gym. Personally, I'd rather see your median weight. If you're trying to put on weight, try to compare your median weight this week to your median weight the next. Is it going up slowly? If it is, you're doing it right. If it's going up too quickly, you're eating too much, slow it down. If you're trying to lose weight, make sure that from 1 week to next, your weight is going down by just a little bit, perhaps 0.5% of your body weight